That's his lawyer name.
Yeah, as I say, that sounds like a Thomas J. Esquire.
Mm-hmm. Bill S. Preston, Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah, Joel's saying he's making sure he really wants to be on this show. He's been on the show before.
His first time with me, though.
Yeah, he might not remember being on the show, which fair, but he has been on the show before.
There you go. I think Booker T may be a better commentator than wrestler.
Oh, he's 100% better. Tom, are you ready? Can you hear us? Okay, he said yes. Okay. All right, everybody. He is Tom Lawlor from MLW. He's on commentary. He's recovering from hip surgery, and we welcome him to the show. Welcome back to the show, Tom. How you doing?
Not too bad. Did I have the audio muted and you guys were talking to me? Is that what was happening?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was waiting for the Iggy to jump in, and I was wondering why I wasn't added to the video for a while. But okay, that was user error on my part, which is not the first time that's happened.
I saw you like pressing buttons and stuff. I was like, I don't know if you can hear us or not because
I was logging out of X Hamster.
Well done. Got to do business now.
See, Tom Lawlor's over here popping his dick before coming on this show. So.
I don't blame Booker T. So,
what do you think of the commentary stylings of Booker T?
I love it, actually. I'm here to talk about doing commentary for MLW this weekend, and to be fair, I wish I had a little bit more Booker T in me when I'm out there. No, not like that. I don't want to popping it in me, but
this interview already off to a great start.
You just got to yell absurd stuff, Tom. That's all Booker does. Is he just yells absurd things?
I know he's already got he already has the lead on all the good sayings, like "shuck it, duck it now." Like, that's the one I want to get that in there, but I can't with him around.
And he steals off of like the Kool-Aid Man because he says, "Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah."
Yeah, I love listening to Booker T. Actually, I was thinking about it as I was watching SmackDown this past weekend, since he's not usually on there. But I thought he's been doing a great job. Yeah, obviously he's so over the top that sometimes it's tough to take him seriously, but it's professional wrestling.
That's what started our whole conversation, because I was like, the condolences to Corey Graves popped me so much. But yes, how has it been for you kind of making that transition from in-ring competition to commentary for MLW so far?
Yeah, there's certainly a learning process, and being able to sit next to Joe Dombrowski at the booth is a great help, but it also makes you realize how far you have to go in a lot of the situations, because he is so good. He's so on top of things. Realistically, I don't need to be there. Joe could just do the shows by himself, but lucky enough, I've been allowed to be in the booth and lend what expertise I have. I've done commentary before for mixed martial arts shows, for wrestling shows, but doing it on a regular basis is a different thing, rather than being brought in as, an analyst for a few matches, or, kind of like a sideshow. And it's a departure from what I'm used to. In a lot of ways, wrestling is easier, because you get in there, you do your 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever in the ring, and then you're done, right? I'm out there now for 4 hours at a time. And let me tell you, after that 4 hours is up, I'm wiped out. I'm wasted. So,
how you feeling with everything after surgeries, and how's recovery going?
Not too bad. I have a new hip. I had a full hip replacement on August 19th. I do rehab a few times a week. I don't want to bore everybody, but I don't foresee myself ever going back to the kind of schedule I was wrestling at in the future. Maybe in 2026 I'll be healthy enough to get back on the mats and train a bit, but that's still months and months away. So I've got still a long road to recovery, and quite frankly, I don't think I'll ever be pushing at the pace that I used to. If I do get back in the ring, and that is an if, I'm sure it'll be on a more limited basis, maybe just some of the bigger shows, some of the bigger opportunities that I have, like MLW shows, stuff like that. Not necessarily, flying around the country doing independent shows every weekend, because, as much as I love it, I'm sure that aided and took a toll on my body. I'm 42, right? I have a hip replacement. Every time somebody asks me what I did, I have to go, well, it was arthritis, so, and I think I can blame that just squarely on obviously the years and years of MMA and wrestling, but also these last few years of travel.
Yeah. And you really kind of tapped in on MLW, being like a competitor in the ring. Now you're on commentary. I know, what is kind of your overview of where MLW is at right now that they started kind of a new era at Fightland, with Cruel becoming the new MLW heavyweight champion?
Yeah, I think what MLW is doing is what they've been most successful at doing in the past, and that's finding a core group of guys to focus on, and then also having just some of the best talent from around the world coming in and wrestling on the same shows. Obviously, Cruel has been a mainstay of MLW for the past few years, brought in as part of the Contra unit, and now is the leader of Contra. But when you look at the kind of style that Cruel brings in, the kind of the kind of matches that Mads Kruger has, they are hardcore matches. There's a number of other guys on the roster who are very, very good at that style. Obviously, Matt Justice, who is in this House of Horror.
Chamber of Horrors.
Chamber of Horrors. Let me get it.
Oh,
right.
I know you've seen the original Chamber of Horrors.
Oh, of course I have. Of course I have. I am waiting to see who gets strapped into that electric chair. Believe me. Maybe I'll channel some Booker T during that match. Oh, yeah! As Rucker's burning to a crisp in front of me. But you have guys that can do hardcore matches. You have powerhouses like Hammerstone, Bishop Dyer, Kojima is another one who I think doesn't get enough credit for being a really strong, powerful fighter. And then luchadors from around the world, some of the best Japanese talent, both in the men's and women's division. So it's like a varied group of wrestlers. And if you look back to when MLW came back into existence with One Shot in, I want to say 2017, it might have been 2018. But they've always kind of carried that varied roster. And I think that's the key to continued success.
We have a super chat from one of our listeners who says, why are you dodging Koguma? Why do you hate the Kuma dance? And why can't you get along?
This guy wasted his money on a super chat and misspelled my name. He didn't get my name correct.
He did misspell your name. Yeah. Volv's a regular too. He's a very nice guy, but clearly.
Nice guy, bad question. I'm not dodging Koguma. As a matter of fact, I am so confident in the beating I would put on Koguma inside that squared circle. I would be willing to put my career up on the line in a one-on-one contest against Koguma.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tom, it's Tom Lawlor putting on the line, or Tom Lawlor putting his career on the line?
Me. I don't know
if
asking, but
I know if OR was putting his name on the line, or ER.
OR.
Okay, all right. Have MLW officials been impressed with your commentary?
I'm still on the booth. You know what I mean? I do need some direction sometimes, but the fact that I haven't been canned yet, I guess, bodes well for me. I don't know what my future will be. By this point, we didn't know if I'd be back wrestling. Didn't know what kind of my status would be up until a couple months ago. So the fact that court, allowed me to kind of have this opportunity for the past few months has been a great help to me, both mentally and financially. So hopefully I get to continue on in the future, but you never know. There's always a shift. It seems in MLW, whether it's backstage trying to move forward, whether it's on the commentary booth. So hopefully I can do the best job I can this weekend and kind of solidify myself there.
Very nice. Very nice. But you're watching wrestling like you do for commentary and MLW, but we know that you watch wrestling from all over the world with what you do podcasting wise with Brian Alvarez, who's also in the weeds legend, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of this. He does cameos for us every month, but we don't know if he knows the bit or not. But you
Probably
are
not.
someone.
No. So okay, let me give you background on this, Tom. We on YouTube, you have like the crowns of like the top chatters are listed and everything. So at the end of the month, whoever did the most chats, we give them a prize, and the prize is a cameo from Brian Alvarez. And so for 3 straight months, the same person has won, and Brian has buried this person every single month. And I don't think Brian knows that he is basically sitting in a cameo to another wrestling show and burying one of our commenters, which is fine. We ask him to bury him, but I don't think Brian is in on the bit at all. But that makes it funnier.
Okay, so Brian, one day I got a message. A text message out of nowhere from somebody. It was a video because they had also sent a cameo request to Brian saying that recently their friend Tom had some health issues and he needed some advice on how to get back into the fitness world. So Brian Alvarez spent 10 minutes telling me that to get in shape, all I gotta do, I can't even move. All I gotta do is get up and walk. Get up and walk, man. That's all you gotta do. You'll get in the shape. You just gotta get up and walk and just start moving. Just don't stop. Just keep walking. Don't stop moving, and you'll get there. I was dying.
He's great in these really cameos. He's amazing,
especially when he has no clue what's going on.
Yeah,
apparently is every single time.
He does like 4.5 minutes for us. It's amazing. Yeah, he has no clue what's happening.
God, I wish I had that level of aloofness. I don't even know. Ignorance.
His cat will jump in. He'll get a message from somebody, and so he'll have to like hit his phone and everything. Just no idea what's happening.
I still can't take his advice. Been months. I was wrong.
I was just setting that up to get to my real question, but that's spectacular that he sent you a cameo. But I was going to ask, because you watch wrestling all around the world, kind of what is like one match, someone that you've seen recently that kind of like is someone that you've been telling people about, like that might a lot of wrestling fans might not know about?
Gosh, there's been like 10 matches out of my independent. What the hell?
That is SP3. He's in New York. Yeah, he's in New York.
New York sounds
fire trucks,
you need to
cops,
break that glass
all the time.
For what? There's like 10 matches I remember from the past 10 years of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, God, I'm trying to think of somebody that somebody wouldn't know about. The fact that there's a new Hayabusa and there's people that don't know about it kind of blows my mind, because I was putting over, I guess he's not a new Hayabusa. I guess Hayabusa is the same character, but there is a Hayabusa is back wrestling. And there are a number of people who don't know about it. And this Hayabusa is fantastic. I mean, to me, he's wrestling at like the most insane difficulty level possible, because he's also doing a tribute to the original Hayabusa and doing it almost flawlessly. Now, He's on 0-1 shows in Japan. You know, obviously that's why I have to mention it, because not a lot of people are seeing it. But you really should search out some of the new Hayabusa, I guess you could say. I think he's the most impressive new wrestler I've seen in the past year or so. I can't wait to see him in the U.S.
You were ranked higher than him in the PWI 500.
That is how I know they are wrong. Also on that page, if you look, right, I am number 349. On that same page, now I understand the time period would be up, but Jack Morris and Masa Kitamiya, who were in the finals of the N1 victory, like the day that the list came out, are also down there in the 340s. So, even if it's kayfabe, I think it's a little off. And let me tell you as well, if you are below me on the PWI 500 or not ranked, you should be ashamed of yourself, because I haven't been able to walk for 18 months to 2 years. Like, I shouldn't have been walking according to the medical doctors. So think about that.
You beat out Cedric Alexander, Lance
He should
Archer.
be ashamed, actually. He's pretty good. Maybe I should look at the list of people below me.
You should check who the 150 are below you.
Yeah. I figured it was like all guys like Serial Man, and I was but
I mean, Simon Miller, you beat him out. That's at least something.
Yeah.
Yeah, beating out Cedric Alexander. I don't know about that one.
thanks.
No, I mean, look, you had a good year for a man who could not walk.
God, I don't want to even say it, but I'm sure I ranked higher than Zach Gowen, right?
Yeah, he only had one match. I don't know if he fully
He was
qualified.
moving better than me for the past year, so.
Well, you have been at the forefront of several different groups, and I know right now you're sidelined, but are there any plans for a new version of the Filthy Bros in MLW, or someone to be Matt Riddle's training partner while you're gone and on the shelf? Or is there plans for maybe a Team Filthy when you are able to return over maybe in New Japan or something like that?
I can't speak for Matt Riddle. You know, Matt Riddle is a wild man. I was happy to be by his side in the Filthy Bros. And, if he needs me and it doesn't force me to put my health on the line, I'll be there. I can be there for moral support. I can watch tape. I can do whatever he wants. But I don't know if I'll be able to, be at the level that he needs me to be at again in the future. Hopefully I can be, but, I want to take things literally one step at a time. During this rehab process. And I mean, you also asked about Team Filthy. Team Filthy's been disbanded now for a few years, but much like Voodoo Murders and RO&D, you can't get rid of us, right? We've had like 40 members in the history of the faction. To me, everyone is filthy. So,
all right, we talked about the Chamber of Horrors match, and so we had Mr. Thomas on the show yesterday. He'd never seen this. He's in the Chamber of Horrors match on Saturday, and he hadn't seen the original one. He's got to do some research around here. What are some of your favorite kind of out there gimmick matches throughout history?
Oh, I mean, I loved the Eye for an Eye match. If you remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Eye for an Eye match with Rey Mysterio. I love the Triple Cage Horror of Doom.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard for me to pronounce this one. Because every time I started thinking about the Dungeon of Doom and Z Gangsta.
Legitimately my favorite match of all time.
The final solution.
Yes.
I'm not sure how he got by standards and practices, but he's there in the cage too. That's another one of my favorites. It's not. I don't even know what the stipulation was, but just one of my favorite matches. Maybe top 5, definitely top 10, maybe top 5, maybe top 3, maybe number 1 match I love is Jun Kasai versus El Desperado a few years ago.
Yes.
I think it was Takataichi Mania. But the match that they had, I think it might have just been a death match stipulation, but that is just one of my favorite matches, not one of my favorite stipulations. But
yeah,
they had another.
No, people need
you
to
can keep going.
Yes, but people need to understand the greatness of the Alliance to End Hulkamania against Hogan and Savage in the triple cage match.
Was there even a finish to that match?
Yeah,
there was.
Oh, there's a finish, Tom.
Of all the people gets dusted in the face or something.
Oh, yeah, there's a finish. So Lex Luger goes for a punch, and he stops, and then he grabs Flair, and then punches him. And then Randy Savage, like Hogan and Savage try to exit the ring, and then they realize, oh, we have to go back in and pin somebody. So they exit the cage, and Savage has to jump back in the ring to pin Flair, and then they win the match, and then they leave. They didn't know what the finish was. They thought it was like you just leave the cage, but that wasn't the actual finish. The actual finish was the pinfall.
You climb through the cage and then leave it.
Yeah.
Big fan of the King of the Mountain match. I'm hoping that shows back up in this TNA and NXT feud. I think we could use another King of the Mountain match. Maybe a reverse battle royal. They get really spicy.
Is the reverse battle royal your favorite gimmick match?
No, absolutely not.
He had to think about it for a second.
No, yeah. I was like, well, I mean, it's pretty absurd. You know what? One of my favorite ones too is it's Matsunaga with the Piranhas, the Piranha death match.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It sucks, but great situation.
When we had Bishop Dyer on, he was talking about doing some type of ladder shark cage or like ladder sharks type of match. So we have a promotion. It's a fake promotion. It's called Ring of Hallucinations. Everybody just takes drugs, and there's not so many like matches as much. It's more just about like drugs and money. Yeah. And that's how you win stuff. But we have absurd kind of gimmick matches. I want to do a blindfold match, but the fans are blindfolded, and so they're just reacting to the noise that's going on.
I was thinking maybe like a blindfold match, but you put bees in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Was there not a beekeeper match, or am I just completely making that up?
I think you're hallucinating.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you are hallucinating, actually.
Well, we're gonna bring that now. A beekeeper match. We're gonna bring that in there. A lot of murder in Ring of Hallucinations as well. We have like torture chambers, like Saw type gimmicks with this whole thing.
I mean, that's it's not too far off from what I think we're gonna get this weekend. To be fair. I mean, I've seen Cruel come out with a chainsaw before, so that sounds right up his alley.
Yeah, Dijak tried to throw him off of a building and everything. So we're advocates of murder and drugs on this show.
One of the skyscrapers tried to throw him off a skyscraper. Yeah, ironically.
Yeah. He survived.
Everybody picked up on that,
but you can't kill Cruel. He's a tough man. Yeah, we're poaching more MLW talent. Every MLW talent that comes on, we sign to Ring of Hallucinations, and then MLW gets mad at us. And like, why are you stealing all of our talent? Like, we're not a real promotion. It's okay.
Well, if you need commentary, let me know.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that. We need you on commentary.
Me and Kojima.
Do you want to be a drug mule for us, Tom? Can we do that?
No, I can't even move.
Well, that no one will suspect you. It'd be great.
They're also hiding in their delivery, so
you just hide stuff under the desk, and they come to you, and you hand it out to them. Maybe I'm thinking of the BRG and Paul London honey dipping match. I swear there was a beekeeper match.
There was the honey pot.
Yeah.
Match,
yes.
Yeah.
Is what it was called, where BRG did get covered in honey.
Yes. Well, the beekeeper match, we're gonna like put them in like a cage with a bunch of bees that are around, and then they gotta wrestle with bees like just stinging them the entire time.
Sounds like a Kennel from Hell.
Well,
Kennel from Hell, also another great one. I wish we get that one back. You know, maybe if a stray dog shows up at MLW and befriends somebody. I don't know.
That's a good story.
So you can only watch one match before you pass away. It's Kennel from Hell or Judy Bagwell on a pole match. What would it be?
I think I'm watching Judy Bagwell on a pole. You know, there's been some things I've done in my life that I probably should pay for, and I don't know that I deserve. I don't know that I deserve eternal rest. So I'll watch the worst possible thing before I go to torture me for the rest of my existence.
That's not as bad as the Jenna and Charmel match. We'll bring it back to Booker T and reference Charmel against Jenna Maraska.
That is not. I mean, the worst match I've ever seen is Butterbean against Minoru.
No, that's the greatest match ever.
Thank you.
I will die on that hill.
I've been telling him this for months.
The fact that I think it was a 1-2 punch of Mickie James versus Maki Ito right before that. It makes it perhaps the best 30 minutes of wrestling entertainment I've ever seen in my life. On that WrestleCon Super Show. That, I mean, if I get to choose 30 minutes of wrestling right before I go, it's going to be a choice between that Kasai and Desperado match or Mickie James, Maki Ito, and Suzuki Butterbean with Dan Severn and the ref actively making it worse. Those are going to be my two choices, even though they're on completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
He wouldn't count him out or nothing. Like Dan Severn.
He was holding them at certain point. He's like wrestling them. I don't know if he's applying the move or taking it off. I have no clue what this guy is doing. No, I loved it.
It's one of the greatest matches ever. It's so good. It's so good in how bad it is. Xavier Woods says it all the time. Like, there's so many great matches out there. Every week it's a new 4-star, 5-star match. Give me the worst matches ever. We don't have enough of that in wrestling.
There was a on MLW Fury Road this past weekend. There was a match, and it does not fit the bill of worst matches ever. But it was El Galeon Phantasma, which is a great trio from CMLL. Zandakan Jr., Barboza, and Defunto taking on Atlantis, Blue Panther, and Diego Hill. And this match was all over the place. You know what I mean? It was a big departure from what I expected, from what I usually see. It was wild. It was feral. And I loved it. I was so excited just watching that match because it was so different than some of the polished wrestling that we see nowadays. And I loved it. I mean, I think that's what's missing a lot of times from the action.
I saw recently you were complimenting the main event of SmackDown from last Friday with the whole Jade Cargill getting busted open and then the kind of awkward finish. Like, what did you like about that matchup so much?
I like that it was all over the place. You know what I mean? We see like some of the most homogenized professional wrestling on planet Earth every single week. Like Jeremy was saying, there's good matches all the time. I can watch any wrestling show and see a really good match. I can go on an independent show and see a really good match. It's very rare that you see things be so wild and all over the place like they were in that SmackDown main event. And to watch it play out on TV, I was captivated. And I can't often say that a lot of times when I'm watching wrestling because it seems like it's paint by the numbers. You know what I mean? They're following a formula. I don't know what formula they followed on Friday, except throwing a bunch of stuff into the same carafe and seeing what exploded. But that's what happened, and that's what I loved about it.
Now, if let's say you're healthy, let's go back to maybe even your UFC time. Is there any commentator that could take you? Current commentator, like could you take Booker T? Could you take Bryan Danielson?
Yeah.
But
I mean, what about Daniel Cormier? I got beating him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It depends. Josh Barnett, when he was doing commentary for New Japan. Yeah. That's a tough order. I mean, I think I could beat Jim Ross, but
could you in your current condition beat Jim Ross? In his current condition?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we want to list off the guys that I'm sure I could beat, we can definitely do that.
Shivani?
Shivani's done. He stands no chance. Joe Dombrowski, we'll start off with him. No. All the knowledge in the world is not going to save him. No
Michael
way.
Cole?
No. Not a chance. No war reporting to prepare him for the bombs I'm throwing in that cage.
Wade Barrett?
What is bare knuckle boxing skills are going to come back that I've heard so much about. Good athlete. I'm sure he's a tough guy, but I'm not worried. If we're talking about who's the toughest commentator in professional wrestling, it's probably Walker Stewart. Then I'm number 2.
Good call.
He's huge. I compete with that guy.
Walker Stewart's a good dude too. We love
He's
Walker
awesome.
Stewart.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Vic Joseph, you can easily take Vic Joseph.
Yeah.
Taz? Oh, Taz is pretty tough.
Age is undefeated.
That is true. What about Wade Barrett? I mean, no, we said Wade Barrett. What about Booker T?
I already said Booker T. I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Booker.
He's up there because he's huge too.
Yeah,
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
But that probably means he can't defend the low single leg.
True.
No.
True.
He's gonna end up on his back. No 110th Street Slam is gonna save him there.
What
Danielson's
about Nigel?
Yes, the answer is yes. What do you mean? Top 15 in the UFC. Like heavyweight, not even like bantamweight or anything. Like I'm like a real man size. Yes,
A real man size.
this is my job for years and years. Yes, I would beat them in that avenue.
I'm trying to think. What about Bisping?
No,
Bisping does UFC.
I already
commentary.
answered the question.
He's like,
Done.
it's yes for everyone but Walker Stewart.
Yeah, that's it. He's the pinnacle. Mostly because he's Walker and I am not. I'm Sitter.
Well, if you take Brian's advice and you start walking, then you'll be all right.
Maybe in a few years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you see Vanderlei get knocked out?
I did see Vanderlei get knocked out by, I believe it was Acelino Freitas' son in the corner. Now, I didn't watch the fight, but I saw enough of the ending to know that Vanderlei was headbutting this guy enough to get DQ'd. So, I mean, karma came back to bite him pretty quickly. You know what I mean? He gets DQ'd. He's fighting a guy that's 40 pounds lighter than him, older than him, headbutts him against the rules, gets DQ'd. A brawl breaks out. You got Fabricio Verdum throwing, a combination like he's in Killer Instinct Gold on N64. Somehow it doesn't knock anybody out. But Acelino Freitas' son throws a blistering right hand, puts Vanderlei out cold. Like I was concerned for his health. And they just drag him off into the corner as the brawl continues. He looked pretty bad in the follow-up pictures yesterday.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's talking about having headaches, memory loss. How much of that's from headbutting the guy? He put himself in that situation. Yeah. He's fine, so I don't really feel, to a certain extent he's fine, but I don't feel much sympathy for the guy in this situation.
Oh, that was a brutal too. I felt bad for him when he was just getting dragged over to the corner. At least I guess somebody had the sense to move him out of the middle of the ring, because that could have been worse. But that was so brutal looking.
Well, I mean, don't be headbutting dudes again. DQ'd is kind of the advice I would give. It's not like the other corner just attacked him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Post-fight brawls in MMA and boxing, they don't always end well.
I think that's one of the better ones, or worse ones. I
mean, Habib jumping and double stomping Connor's team is still.
Yeah, but you didn't have somebody getting flatlined like this one, and we've heard for years, right, about Crazy Horse, KO and Vanderlei backstage. These backstage fights with Shoot-a-Box and Vanderlei getting knocked out, and finally finally we have video proof that this is what happens.
It is possible.
Yeah. Seems probable.
Vandal has been through so many wars too. I mean, that was a great shot that landed on him, but I mean his chin was gone years ago.
Yeah.
At like 50 now, he definitely ain't got much of a chin.
Yeah.
I felt a little bad for him, but what can you do? What can you do? You didn't feel bad for him at all, Tom? No. Fair.
No, once I found out the situation, no, not really.
All right, fair enough. Tom, we appreciate you joining us here today.
That's how we're going out.
How do you want to go out? What else do you want to talk about?
Follow-up. You gotta have a follow-up question.
Oh, this guy got flatline cold with after the fight. It was a brutal assault. You looked at him. We'll talk to you later. What a great guy we had on today.
Could you take Vanderlei Silva?
I'll take the money to try.
What was the when you were on last time and it was starting the GFL? They did the draft and it was all like 50-year-olds. Yeah. I think that's going well, right?
I think he was on that. I think that this might have been the proposed first GFL show, but
yeah,
I mean, that went away quickly.
Yeah, that was grand opening, grand closing.
I think Freddie Prinze Jr. Involved in that startup. I'm not sure.
Poor Freddie. He's been trying to get that promotion launched for about 3 years now.
I know.
God damn it. Well, we should do partner promo punch in the face before he goes. I don't know if you played this with us the last time you were on the show, Tom, but we basically give you 3 names and you get to choose whether you want to partner with them, promo with them, or punch them in the face.
You said promo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do it, a promo battle with the person.
I was making sure you said promo.
Yes, I wouldn't say any other words that rhyme with that. But we were picked from MMA fighters who transitioned into becoming pro wrestlers. So
what are the 3 categories again?
Promo.
Are you sure?
Promo.
Partner, punch in the face.
Promo, partner. Okay.
So Ken Shamrock, Matt Riddle, Daniel Puder.
Oh, God. I cut a promo with them or against them?
Against them.
Oh, against them? Oh, promo's Daniel Puder. Are you kidding? I mean, have you heard a good Daniel Puder promo? I think I'm winning that one right off the bat. I think I just won it. It took virtually no time and no skill on my part. So yeah, he's the pick for promo. Partner, that's an easy one. Come on. It's the bro, Matt Riddle. And legit, if I had the shot out of all 3 of these guys, this is not a work. This is a shoot. I'm punching Ken Shamrock in the face. I'm slugging him. This guy has showed up late for appearances on matches that he was supposed to be involved in. Big time in us. Showed up backstage wearing sunglasses, talking crazy to me and Chris Daniels.
When was this?
How dare he?
It was at WrestleMania weekend a few years ago.
Oh.
So he punched me in the face there, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think. I can't remember.
Oh.
So if I get the shot, I'm punching him. He almost killed me once, too. I wrestled him in a bar, Super Bowl weekend, maybe 2018, 2019. And he power bombed me on the floor, not unplanned, almost onto a stage that Frankie Kazarian's band was later playing on. Like completely reckless bullshit. So, yeah, I'm punching him in the face.
Did you get a receipt? I don't know if we need to go there,
no,
but
I took the loss.
Oh.
And I fucking got my pay and went home.
Oh. I don't think I've ever seen Ken Shamrock do a power bomb either.
I don't think he had ever tried one.
Yeah. I'm glad you're okay.
Me
All
too.
of that. Do we want to end it there? Are you getting flatlined by Ken Shamrock on a powerbomb?
I think I'm at the age now where I can call him out. You know what I mean? If I would have a couple of years ago, if I would have been saying I wanted to fight him, people would be looking at me. But hey, I just had a hip replacement. I might be in worse shape than this guy.
Ken's been through some surgeries and some battles as well. So I think you can take him.
So,
I got my money on you. Yeah.
Don't step into that commentary booth, Shamrock. Dude, I'm coming for you.
Tom, we appreciate you joining us. Let everybody know what you got going on. Get back to the X-Hamster.
No. Okay. Can we skip over that? We'll go right to Slaughterhouse this weekend. MLW Slaughterhouse. That's the reason that I'm on this show in the first place, to talk about the crazy weekend upcoming with Mads Cruel Kruger defending the MLW title in the, what is it, Jeremy?
The Chamber of Horrors match.
The Chamber of Horrors match, which I cannot wait for at MLW Slaughterhouse. There'll be a taping afterwards. We have the Opera Cup quarterfinals that night, which I'm going to do this off the top of my head. Let me run this down. Mystico versus Ultimo Guerrero. We have Austin Aries versus Paul London. We have, it was Zendo Khan Jr. set to fight Volador Jr. However, Zendo Khan's been injured, so I don't know what the status of that will be. And then Bishop Dyer taking on Satoshi Kojima in a battle of heavy hitters. That is the Opera Cup lineup. That's also coming at you on Saturday at MLW Slaughterhouse. You can find me, Filthy Tom Lawlor, on Twitter at Filthy Tom Lawlor. You can listen to me on Wrestling Observer Live Monday and Wednesdays currently on Figure 4 Online, WrestlingObserver.com, TuneIn Radio, the Armed Forces Sports Network, Byline Sports Radio. I screwed all those up, but if you Google them, you can find the show.
Alvarez,
that's
it. That you ruined the plug.
That's right.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank
we
you, guys.
Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure.
Have a good day.
See ya.
Take care, man.
I'll hang out in the lobby.
Okay. you can so here's you can hang out in the lobby. You can pop on the show anytime you want. The link is the same.
Oh geez.
We're live.
Don't give me that invite.
We're live 10 a.m. to noon Eastern every single weekday. The link never changes. So any guest who's ever been on the show could just randomly appear on this show. So if you ever just want to come on and bullshit with us, you're more than welcome to.
That's more dangerous than if Brock Lesnar's around.
Jesus.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Perfect way to sign off.